Hello chatters and viewers, it's your boy here with my very first piece of tutorial content for RNG manipulation in Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green for the Nintendo Switch. In this video, I am going to show you how to RNG manipulate most static encounters in Fire Red and Leaf Green. I've done multiple on my streams since this game came out, and I know that everyone is obsessed with shiny starters, but I have a PSA to make about RNG manips. If you're brand new to this, or relatively new at all, you should not be attempting to find your shiny starter and secret ID as your first RNG quest. I truly implore you to use Papa Hefe's Ace Glitches to read your current game file's secret ID and try to RNG manipulate a couple of shiny Pokemon until you get the hang of it. I am working hard to make my shiny starter tutorial extremely beginner friendly, but for now, I truly hope that those stuck in the lab will take a break and you can always come back. I'm going to show you my entire process, choosing your shiny target, calibrating the timer as we go. Hi chat. Step 1. Park your character at the Pokemon that you want to hunt. I recommend the game corner. We're going to start at the game corner. You're going to make sure your settings are right. In the options, we want mono, we want help, we want text speed fast. You need an open party space. Save your game. We're now going to move over to the 10 Lines program, which is a website. It lets us search for the shiny, allows us to RNG it by calibrating the timer. The links for the timer and 10 Lines will be in the description. We're going to switch over to that right now. We are going to use the 10 Lines program, which is a website that lets us search for the shiny and allows us to RNG it by calibrating the timer. Now, links for the timer and for 10 Lines will be in the description. I want you to simply follow me. I want you to accomplish one RNG, and then you will seriously understand so much about this. I want you to keep a notepad of your progress as you go, because that's what I do. I'll put my notepad and my timer on the screen here shortly. Remember, just follow me. Just follow me here. We're not going for good IVs or a good nature. We're just going for a shiny just so you get the basics. This is assuming that you have your secret ID via glitches, or maybe you found a random shiny and deduced your secret ID that way. This is for beginners to get into RNG. I'm on Switch. Mono, help, A, none, switch 2. Put your target seed here as C934. 30, make sure you do that. Seed plus or minus 50. Minimum advances 1,000 to 2,000. We're just going for an early shiny frame. Required overworld frames 500. Your trainer ID, your secret ID. Static 1, game corner, Scyther. Search for a shiny star or square. You hit submit. These are all shiny frames. Now we want just a simple weight. So you're going to want to continue. You're going to want to pick one that's from 500, maybe 400 continuous screen frames. We're just going for a quick, easy. Like I said, don't care about the stats or the nature. I'm going to pick this one right here. So this is where the notepad's going to come in. All right, so we got a little notepad. I'm going for seed 834C. The intro timer is 31563. The advances are 1486. But the continuous screen advances are 486. And I'll talk about that in a sec. Just write that down. Remember, our target is a lax male. So I just like to write the nature and sometimes the gender. Just keep the information there as you go. Why not, you know? So now we're going to set up a timer. So I usually keep track of everything as I go, like literally everything. Alrighty, now that we've chosen our shiny target, remember that we have to change some things on 10 Lines now. Put the target seed as 834C, like I've got here. I would change seed to plus or minus 10 or so. Just 10's good. Since we're going for 1486, I would put this at 1400 and this at maybe, I don't know, 1600. You probably won't miss or be that early. You won't be that late or early by that much, but just put the minimum and maximum around your shiny. That's not like too late or not too much. Put static 1, game corner, and Scyther, and then we're going to do an attempt. First attempt. We're going to be using 3 timers. This is a triple frame perfect input. It's not easy to do. When you have eEntire open, you just make sure you go to custom so you can have 3 set up. Make sure you're on the right console, GBA, refresh interval, all this stuff right there like that. Refresh interval 8, Minimum length 14. Now the intro timer to MS is what we just put on that notepad. 31563. Type that in. Now the middle timer that you have out of the 3 timer, this is the time you spend at the file select. So for this, it's the 486. 486. The RNG advances at twice the speed, so that's why there's a little extra challenge on this one. We can't control it. So it moves at 2x speed when you're in the overworld, but 1x speed when you're in the file select. So it's better to calibrate in the time that it's moving by at the right speed instead of at the double speed. Now, the final timer, you're going to want to put 574. This is a very small amount of time that you spend in the overworld, but it's just the right amount of time. It's not too tight, but you'll see what I mean in a sec. We're basically ready to take a first run here. And I'll show you how I calibrate as we go. All right, so the first important thing you need to know about RNG when you're actually doing it is that you need to do the home buffer, which is open the game, click your profile, and then immediately press home so that the game is in this state right here. The emulator has been like a little pre-buffer loaded. So now you're going to want to start the timer and press A at this point at the exact same time. Using the power of your brain, I'm going to press A on the controller and spacebar on my keyboard at the same time. And we're going to start the timer and start the game at the exact same time. Here we go. Ready? Boom. You have to watch the entire intro every single time. So just watch the entire intro every single time. You're at the intro screen only. When the final, you press A at the same time as the final beep. You press A and you hold A at the intro screen. You have to hold A. Hold down A until the file select screen appears. Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm holding A. I'm holding A. I'm releasing A. We're going to press A again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've pressed A. I'm going to get to the yes box here. And A again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You press A at the same time as that final beep. And now we have a cipher that we can check the stats of in 10 lines. And see what seed we hit, what advance, and then we calibrate our timer. Alright, let's look at the cipher that we got. You look at its nature and its stats and you input them into 10 lines. So, Scyther, hardy nature, male gender. Type in its stats, like the first stat you type in is his level, so 25, and then HP, and then you just go down the line. HP, attack, defense, special attack, just like this. 39, 52, 64. Submit. I have one result. It looks like I hit a seed that was early. When you have minus here, it means you're early. When you have minus here, that means you need to add a little bit. Now, what I'm going to do is type what I hit into the Eon timer. I hit seed DA3C. That's intro timer 31513. So I type 31513 into the first part of my timer under the hit part. And you hit update, and it'll do a little calibration. I don't like calibrating the advance until you hit your seed, because different things on the seed can affect the advance. So I hit 472 and I was going for 486. Not terrible. You could calibrate on that if you want to get closer on the next attempt. I don't usually calibrate unless I am on my seed. On your very first run, it is okay to calibrate the frame. So I will input it. I will put 472 here. Updating it. Don't need to hit anything else. Okay? So that was attempt number 1. And like I said, I like keeping track. So my first attempt, I hit minus 50 ms, and I did a full calibration. So I just write like calib. I calibrated to that. That means I took the value and put it in there. There's going to be a time where I calibrate without just copy and pasting the number in there, and I'll explain that once I get there. And then I hit 472 advance. Calib. Okay, now we're going to go for a second attempt. Home buffer. Start at the same time. Wait out the entire intro. Press A at the same time as the 6 beep and hold it down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let me check them again. Naughty female. Bring this up. Naughty. Type it in. Calculate. See, we got closer, but we're still early, so we still need to add a little bit more. 484 when we're going for 486. That's pretty good. Early by only 1 seed. So, since we've been early so much and we've been calibrating, this is a situation that I call a caveman micro adjustment. Now, I don't want to move a full amount. I don't want to move a full plus 17 ms. I'm not going to type anything into hit. I'm not going to type anything into calibration. I'm literally just going to add the number 7 to this. I'm going to make this into 70 instead of 63. That's adding 7 milliseconds right there instead of 17. You need to move incrementally until you start hitting your seed. At this point, this is what I do. And I've got a ton of shinies. So, we're going to take another run. Hopefully I'll be on seed. But you can see, third attempt. I scuffed up that one thing, so I won't count it, but because I hit the same seed. But third attempt, I was minus 17. Added 7. No advanced calib. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Holding A. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Scyther. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we're hoping to just be on seed here. Got another female. Naive female. Type this in. That time we were late a little bit. So we added 7 and we were late. That means we're really close. That means we're like flip-flopping, like back and forth. Like we haven't hit the seed yet, but we're like right there. I'm actually not gonna make any adjustments at all. So I'll write this. I was plus 17. No adjusts at all. And then we go again. Because we were early and then I added a small amount and then I was late, that small amount, I could subtract another small amount. I could subtract like 5 or 4, but I'm just going to try one more time. Because you really do got to feel the button presses. If you don't feel the button presses and you start calibrating around attempts that were like off, but because you're not comfortable yet, it really can cause a lot of frustration, a lot of time waste. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Holding A. I'm releasing A. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Docile, let's check them out. Got a docile male. Level and stats. Into the calc. And look at that. We actually hit on seed, which is very good. And we hit 484 when we're going for 486. And in the overworld, the advances move by 2. So that means we were actually one singular advance off from getting it just right then and there. At this point, you'd be okay probably to just rip a couple attempts, but I still usually like to check every single time. Sometimes I don't check every single time when I feel like I'm really locked in. But yeah, I recommend checking every time. You don't need to adjust every time. If you're early 1 seed and late 1 seed a lot, that's when you do those little micro adjustments. When you're early, you add a little bit. When you're late, you subtract a little bit. And that's directly from the number in the target in the intro target MS, not the calibration, and you don't type anything in a hit. Just add or subtract little bits until you've honed in on your seed. Now I'm just going to try and get this guy. 1 seed late. Roaming reset are not a joke. I never did Heatran, but Jeff covered everything. I did an egg video. I did a 0 noise wild with honey / sweet scent. And I did Cresselia, and then Jeff did like everything else. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've never done Coliseum or XD RNG. Yes! Shining Scyther has entered the channel for the static RNG tutorial video live on Twitch and YouTube. Oh, whoa. This is for the video. So everyone say hello, YouTube. Well, chat, there you have it. After all the grinding and RNG manips on Switch, I've put my first piece of tutorial content out. I want to just say that if you want to see every single attempt on the Scyther, I did live stream it all. The VOD is saved for you to go and see the full thing. It did not take me that long, but I didn't want to clog this video as I felt I covered the basics. And this video is for brand new people and newer people getting into RNG, and I have been doing this for years on consoles and cartridges. I implore you to use the glitches for your secret ID and learn the basic ways. In the very same stream, I managed to RNG Shiny Deoxys as well as Shiny Articuno. So you can learn my process more there if you go and you watch the stream. I stream all of my RNGs on Twitch and YouTube. I've done this since the very beginning. I also wanted to just say that not every static Pokemon is the same. Some have noisy areas and some have cutscenes which require adjustments, but I will go over all of them in my streams and videos. I will also be doing Sweet Scent RNG. This is the first Pokemon that I RNG'd that was a shiny. Yes, of course, I had to get the Pokemon that I use Sweet Scent with to be a shiny also. And I will also be attempting more challenging RNGs, such as a double shiny at the game corner and TGTV RNGs. Some static targets do have quirks, like Deoxys, for example, has a cutscene but a zero noise area. Moltres has a lot of noise. Ho-Oh-Lugia have cutscene and adjustments to make. So to start, I highly suggest the Game Corner, and Eevee is good. You'll build knowledge and confidence and skill. I'll be around to help in my streams and Discord, so please leave a like, subscribe, come through to my community. I've been streaming a lot of Pokemon content, both RNG and shiny hunting, since Sword and Shield released. My Twitch community can vouch for me. I've been trying YouTube, and I upload a lot of YouTube Shorts, TikTok, and Instagram Reels, and been getting a lot of support, so I really appreciate everybody. RNG is getting so many new eyes on it. It's been amazing, the support and fun we've been having. Thanks for giving my video a chance. I can't wait to hear how you've successfully RNG manipulated on the Switch. Cheers to all the gamers and gamblers out there, and thanks to all the legends who have done real work behind the scenes, creating the programs, creating the timers, literally reverse engineering the game, creating things like PokeFinder, and like teaching me stuff that I can show you guys. So big community effort here. Legends of RNG, thank you guys very much. Cheers, and I hope to see you around.